And I think... All right, I think we're live. Let's see. There we go. Hey, what's up, everyone? I think Hero will be joining us here shortly, so just be patient. You guys can get on, Hero. All right, so in the meantime, though, we'll have a little bit of fun. I want to thank you all for joining me on this stream. Appreciate you all, and of course, we'll be going over a couple of different things tonight. Hey, what's up, Galaxy Red? What's going on, Carano? Aegis? What's going on, Dave Marks? Steelers? Hero doesn't watch his hands. That's hilarious. Killer Fat Pro Official, what's up? Yeah, it has been a while. Nelson Moreno, what's up? It's definitely been a while since I've seen you on one of these streams. So, yeah, we'll be going for a little bit here tonight. Probably a couple hours tonight. But, yeah, we'll be covering a couple different things, a couple different news topics. Hey, what's up, Zordon? What's up, Cookie Kiko? What's going on? Suzaku Lancelot, what's up? Just in time. Yeah, you are just in time. Nova Bright, what's up? Reika, what's up? How you doing? Thank you all for stopping by and joining the stream. Appreciate it. Let me fix this a little bit here so that I don't keep bumping it here. But yeah, we'll be going over a couple different things tonight. I mean, you know, wow, some news broke. No, you're good, Senpai. Don't worry, man. Don't worry, man. We'll catch up. You know, no worries if you can't stick around. But yeah. Things I'll be covering with. Hold on, there we go. Sorry about that. Y'all hear me? Like a green ring. All right, can you think that I hit some kind of lag spike or something? My men's restroom symbol. That's funny. Some technical difficulties. Yep, but I'm back. I'm here. I am here again. Letter M, what's going on? Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I just hit a lag spike or something. So sorry about that. I am back. I have returned. We're still waiting. There's much lag. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it'll fix itself. We're now back to our regularly scheduled program. Please hang in there. We'll get it done. Don't worry, we'll get it done. And make sure that there's no other things kind of working against here. Just making sure that the connection's not being used up by anything else here real quick. So just bear with me one sec. I'll go ahead and fix this. Here we go. There we go. I think that should help a little bit. Something else running there in the background. All right. Give a peace sign. There you go. Seems smooth now? All right, cool. All right, somebody got banned off of Twitter. Oh, no. All right, take care, Senpai. Appreciate you stopping by. All right, and of course, yeah, we're just waiting on Hero still. And I think he's with us. What's up, Hero? Can you hear me, buddy? Oh, can't hear you. He said 1 second. Okay, he's got to fix his mic. So give him 1 second, but Hero Hei has joined the stream, y'all. Just so y'all know, he's here.
Is it good now? Is it good now?
Yep, I can hear you now, buddy.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Sorry about that. Let me pull the stream up so I can see the chat.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, I'm glad it didn't take longer than I thought.
Yeah, no, you're good, bro. You're good.
Although at the same time, it did take longer than I thought. I don't know. It's crazy how it's already 4 o'clock today, man. That's nuts.
Yeah, time flies, man. Time
flies.
Especially when you're working on all this stuff, man. I know you're busy at work putting up making another video. For those of y'all,
I almost messed up too. I almost released it already, and I think if I released it, it wouldn't send a notification out. So I'm glad I didn't release it. So I'll have to wait.
All right. Well, you're good. You're good now, man. But yeah, dude, a lot of things happened throughout the course of the weekend, man. You having that debate, the whole thing with perfection. I mean, there's a little there's a little bit of ground to cover regarding all that stuff, man.
Corona's asking if I wash my hands. I got you, bro.
Yeah, he's got his wipes.
I haven't installed a sink yet in the living room and next to my computer, so
you're gonna have to put that sink right next to the computer, bro.
I've been talking to the landlords, and I don't think they're down with that. I'm shocked. I thought that would upgrade the apartment, but apparently not because I'm renting, and they're like, no, you can't install plumbing. It's just a whole 9 yards, you know?
Yeah, there you go. It's all good, though, man. It's all good. We know your hands are clean. You don't have to convince me. I'm convinced your hands are clean.
Perfect.
I'm not sure if the chat is totally convinced yet, but maybe they will be. Given time. Give them time. Give them time.
I hope so. Let me post on the Discord, too. Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Just let everybody know. Let them come on in. You know, we'll go for you know, at the very least. I mean, I usually only go about maybe 2 hours tops, so or under.
Yeah. I'm good for like an hour to 2 probably. I'm just trying to get to sleep early now. I realized I'm so much more productive. Like today was a very productive day because I got up early and I went to sleep early last night. And even still, though, like I said, I'm shocked it's already 4 o'clock. That's nuts.
Yeah, time passes. I know how that is, man. But you're here. You're here now. That's the important thing, man. You're here with us. You know.
So how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been working, man. I processed some orders earlier today, so I'm gonna have to get up early tomorrow.
Oh Jesus! No, hold up. I gotta delete the link. I just posted the fucking Hangout link. My bad. I'm like live with Toy Bounty Hunter, and I posted the Google Hangout.
No, you're gonna have everybody in the chat come up.
Shit.
No.
Oh no. Okay, hold up.
Hey, delete that quick.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There we go. Okay. Let me just say hi to one person in my Discord too. She hasn't been here in like 5 months.
No worries, man. No worries.
Okay. I said hi. All right. Now we're set.
Yeah. All right. So let's just get right into it, man. The thing I want to start off with, bro, is I tuned into your debate that you had with I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but is it Cody Bayer or Bayer?
I don't know, man. I think it's
from
I think it's Bayer. I think it's Bayer.
Bayer from Anime Outsiders.
Yeah, like Briars without the R.
Yeah, man. I tuned in, man. I didn't catch the beginning of it because I was I think Tug and Flash had their stream, and then I remembered that you had mentioned having your stream. So then I jumped on to Twitch to try to catch what I could of the debate that you had with them, man. And I was just I was nothing against the guy, but I would say it in terms of the debate, you definitely handled yourself pretty gracefully, and I would say you were rationalizing your arguments well.
Thank you.
Regarding the stuff you debated with him. One thing that I thought, and again, nothing against the guy because he seems like he's an all right dude, but it was interesting because he seemed to latch on a lot to the argument that like this whole idea of to me it came across like this. And again, hey, I don't know that Cody will see this. Obviously, there's nothing I have personally against the guy. I don't know him. I have no reason to dislike him or anything like that. I just found it interesting that he seemed to keep going back to the whole how you and others that have been covering all this news, how y'all do it. Why it, the thumbnails thing, the whole just the way you guys present the news. It was interesting to me how much that seemed to really bother him.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
It's almost like, people say gatekeeping. I would say, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a way to look at it. I mean, although I don't think he is active on YouTube himself, is he?
No, not at all. I mean, they have a channel. They made like I think 5 videos over the years. So no.
Yeah, because it was just interesting to me that he just kept going like, saying like, oh, you guys don't put a lot of effort into work and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, well, I mean, if it's not your flavor, that you don't have to watch it. I mean,
Yeah.
And the whole thing, it's just interesting because think about what YouTube is. YouTube, even though the rules have changed over the years and people have kind of changed the way that they make videos on here to kind of fall within those guidelines, YouTube is still about broadcasting yourself. It doesn't matter if your video is as well edited as, say, like, a bigger channel that has an actual production team or something like that. It's the whole idea is to broadcast yourself. And if you don't like the way, it's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. I think it also discourages highly edited videos. I mean, unless you're like a major channel, like a huge channel with a lot of subs and whatnot, like why would you spend a lot of time editing a video that might just get copyrighted for using clips that you use to make it? Like, if the more you edit, the like more fancy stuff you try to do, the greater the chance of actually getting a copyright strike or something. So it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. That's the whole thing. And it's just like, and the whole thing is what's interesting to me is that he seemed to lack, I don't want to say so much awareness, but he seemed to like, there's something that's very common, right? The particular videos that you make are consumable to people, right? They're a preference that people have. Some people like the format of video you make. And it's like, obviously, at least to 52,000 plus people, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you have, and your subscribership grows, your views keep going up. Obviously, your content is consumable for a certain demographic of people. And it was interesting that he just latched on to this argument of well, maybe if you guys did more work, I mean, like almost like he would appreciate it more if you guys put in more editing and the thumbnails weren't clickbaity or whatever. And I don't think I mean, I get it. That's his preference. And that's probably the kind of stuff he likes to watch. And there's nothing wrong with that. But he just seemed really hell bent on making that opinion of his, matter a lot. And it's fine. It's fine if he has an opinion. It could matter to him and it probably matters to some people. But
I mean, I took some of his advice a little bit just because, I think like he said, like, none of us have a personality. And then he said Tug did, but then he even started to backpedal on that on Twitter. So I'm like, I mean, I already think I have a personality, but regardless, I started, I don't know if you noticed, I post a lot more on Twitter now. I've been posting like some of my funny clips because I've done so many streams, man. I have so many like freaking hilarious clips from that shit. So now I'm like posting like 1 clip a day on Twitter. So I'm like, all right, Cody, I mean, I'll take your advice a little bit. I mean, here's even more content for everybody. So
see, but the thing is, that's the whole thing though. Again, to say that somebody doesn't have a personality based on because of how they present their videos as opposed to how maybe he would present them, again, is like he's missing the whole point of preference, of different strokes for different folks. Obviously, there's people that do think you have a personality. There's people that they like. One thing I've learned, at least from being on YouTube, is that there comes a point in time when people they go beyond just being a fan of your videos. They become a fan of you, and that's why
that's
they'll
awesome
watch
if they do.
single, yeah, that's why they'll watch every single video of yours, even if there's ones that they might not necessarily have an interest in on a particular subject that you're covering.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point in time, it goes beyond just the videos that are being created. Again, they become invested in you, the creator. So and it just didn't seem like he was really, I don't know, like he was like missing the boat on that.
I'm actually mad. I asked him for some more advice, and he ghosted me in the middle of that stream. I was like, all right, how do I upgrade my audio then? And then he just like didn't even answer that. I want to DM him actually and be like, yo, I can get that information from anyone. I can get that information from anyone though. But I mean, he does podcasts, so he might know about that. But I legitimately asked him. I'm like, all right, well, how can I upgrade my audio? And I don't know if he didn't hear me or he was stuck on something else, so he continued with that. But I did ask him in that stream though. I'm like, how can I edit? Because I don't know how to edit my audio, so that would actually been helpful to know. If you would explain that, I mean, I would like to know that, but I didn't get that answer, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, man. Look, you know? Bro. You held it down. I mean, hey, look, I know a little bit of things about audio, but I'm not all that versed in that kind of stuff either. So, I guess, I feel as a creator as well.
How do you edit audio? Like on Audacity?
There's programs there's, I would say that Audacity is a free program and it's pretty good. That's one of the ones that I use for doing like voiceover stuff. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty simplistic to use, so it's one of the ones that I would recommend if you're going to be messing around with audio stuff. But he probably does know more about that. I mean, he made it pretty clear on your stream that of his of the things that he has studied. Hey, Broly Power Maximum.
Oh snap! BPM, what's up?
He joined us at. Hold on. He's saying something interesting here. He says, I got a last-minute invite to Senpai's debate stream with Cody. He basically said the viewers are stupid. He dislikes all the creators, not Nick's, and was extremely condescending. Yeah, I mean, I got a little bit of that from how he was talking with Hero. And the good thing is, Hero, you didn't ever... The good thing is that you kind of stayed the course. You never deviated from the stuff you were talking about with him. You just kind of tried to stay on course. And you got him to concede a little bit, on a couple things, but he was still very, he still wouldn't concede on, he still wouldn't concede on a lot of stuff, but you did get him to concede on a couple things, which was surprising, because the way he was coming at it from the very beginning, like he had this very, just very highly opinionated, almost, taking this standing on a pedestal style of trying to make his point. And you were just kind of like you were good. You were cool about it, man. You seemed pretty unfazed by it, and you were just like, no, let's just stick to this. Like you were keeping everything on course.
Oh yeah, moving it along. Yeah, when he would, if it would get all crazy, I want to stay on topic with that stuff. And if he wasn't gonna concede some of the points, it's fine. We can move on to the next one. He goes, time is valuable. So, I mean, I also saw Mike Walters in chat. What's up, Mike? I'm glad to hear that, bro. Said helped inspire me to do YouTube. Wait, are you just the same Mike who DM me? I'm assuming that's some good stuff, man.
Yeah, hold on. Somebody in chat wants to ask you something. Red Samurai Ninja, go ahead if you got a question, because this is also a Q&A stream. So for those of you that have been wanting to ask Hero stuff, please.
Yeah, go ahead. And for the record, Cody and I are neutral now, I guess. I don't know. I don't think we'll probably just be doing our own things. Maybe I'll ask him about audio, and then we'll see. He could have stayed in my server. I think that would have been a good call. I think he made a mistake there, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but even then, like, and again, I don't have anything against the guy. I mean, I don't know that he'll ever see this video or anything like that. He's always welcome to come on and speak. But I think he needs to realize it's fine if he doesn't like. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. He doesn't like the kind of content you guys are making. If he doesn't understand why people like it, that's fine. You know what I mean? If he holds himself to a higher standard in terms of content creation, that's fine. He's well within his right to do all that, but I don't think that he should. You can't denigrate people for liking it, though, right? Because it all comes down to preference with people and what they like to consume. There's people, again, they like your style, so they say, you know what, I like the way that Hero delivers the news, so I'm going to go to Hero as my source for news. As opposed to maybe say other people in the space like Senpai and like Flash or Tug. Again, different strokes for different folks. However you feel about it, but it doesn't make, to be like, if what Broly was saying is true, saying that basically people are dumb for liking it. Come on, bro. That's not.
Oh, right, right.
You can't,
I wish I saw it, dude. I'm so pissed I missed that. You don't know what happened, do you? I think BPM knows though.
I don't. And it would be, well, I mean, if BPM's still in the chat, maybe we should get him.
No, specifically, yeah, maybe. But I mean, specifically like how I missed it. Because I was there. I got home. I was gonna have dinner that night, and I did have dinner, but I almost was gonna miss the stream because I was gonna be out. And I got home early. I was driving though. Like I caught some of the stream in my car, and then I got home early. I was gonna watch the rest of the stream from the house, and then I hopped in the chat for a few minutes just to try to get the ball rolling with it. And then I went out to my car, and I forgot my keys in the house, and I locked the door on the way out. I had to get a locksmith. It took like an hour and a half, and then by the time I got back inside, the stream was done.
He's like, no.
I missed like everything. Yeah.
No, well, I don't think Senpai has it up anymore. I think I popped in for a little bit, but I didn't get a chance to really hear it, and I don't think it's up anymore unless Senpai unlisted it. But I didn't really catch anything of it.
Do I know Yellow Flash? That's the question. Yes. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. So he.
I mean, Bounty Hunter knows Yellow Flash too.
Yeah. I know Flash. Yeah, Flash is cool. Need to have him back on at some point again. But
yeah,
it's all about Hei today. All right. So,
I like that. This has a good ring to it.
Okay, Broly Power Maximum is saying Senpai told me he put it on his the backup channel today.
Oh,
So I guess he's gonna have it on there. Okay, it'll be interesting to to hear exactly what he said on that pod, on that live stream as opposed to yours. So
yeah, that would be.
yeah, somebody, because I didn't get a chance to catch it all either, but yeah, he's an interesting dude. Like I said, it sounded, and the other thing too, I heard a little bit of it too. I didn't get it, like I said, didn't hear the entire debate that you had with him, but he seemed to backpedal a bit on some of the things that he would start talking with you, and then when you would be like, well, this, that, or the other, point out some things, then he'd relent a little bit, and then then contradict himself, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, it was funny that he would prefer Wikipedia definition over Merriam-Webster, but that's fine if he wants to go with that. I mean,
he wants to go by the Google definitions of stuff, huh?
Yes, so, the Wikipedia page that anyone can edit. Yes, that's much more reliable.
Yeah, exactly. So somebody's asking something that I actually also wanted to talk to you about, and that's the A&N false DMCA. If you have any updates on that front and how that's going.
Yeah, the only thing I can really say about that is we'll find out this week, I think, probably Thursday or Friday, what comes next.
All right, good. Man, I think you have a pretty clear-cut case there of that being pretty much just, dismissed, right? I mean, I saw the stream that you did, and I don't see anything that I would say violates terms of service. I mean, it was pretty much within fair use.
Yeah, I mean, they can mess with the system if they want, but I do think it's fair use, and I think they would be foolish to do something like that, knowing that our group, so to speak, has a history of raising GoFundMe's for fighting bullshit like that. So, I mean, we'll see what they do, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, what's interesting to me about the person that allegedly, because he hasn't, the person hasn't outright said that they did it, but they pretty much said that they filed a DMCA claim against somebody
on
their social media page. I mean, it's not hard to connect the dots there, but we'll just say allegedly because he hasn't outright admitted to it, and because you have stuff going on right now with that. But to say that it's not like an attempt to get any attention, it's like, come on, bro. It's just like the person making it seem like they're not doing it for any kind of attention. It's like, come on, bro. Why would you even if
tweet that?
Yeah, why would you tweet that if it wasn't an attempt to kind of, stir a little bit of pudding? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just like, it makes no sense, because why, that there's going to be people that are going to come and say stuff about it.
Yeah, yeah.
He even put it in the tweet. Like he was like,
they're going to make some noise, say something like that.
Yeah, that he was awaiting a reaction from it. It's just like,
it's just very irresponsible when you have a small company you're running and people are depending on their salary and whatnot. It's very irresponsible to maybe enter a frivolous lawsuit, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't think we should talk too much about that, though. We'll see. We'll know more on Thursday or Friday, and there might be a lot to talk about then. So we'll see. Oh,
bro, if you got to let me know, man. You got to let me know. Well, hopefully,
I will.
I'm pretty sure it'll blow over and things will be fine. So for those of you in the chat, he'll be able to stream soon.
Everybody will know what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you need to do. You need to have a celebration stream, bro.
It's going to be epic. Yeah, I'm glad. I can't wait to stream again. The Twitch stream went pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah.
I probably should have streamed more on Twitch throughout this whole thing. That's my fault. But I don't know. I've been trying to get a better... I try to use this opportunity of not being able to stream to kind of schedule myself better and work better on video timing.
Yeah.
And that kind of worked a little bit, but not as well as I would have liked either. So,
well, it seems to be, your streaming your video release seems to be a little bit, it has some more consistent times, although there is kind of a little bit of, I've noticed there's been a little bit of a gap in the afternoon. You're more like morning, and a little bit in evening is when you have stuff.
Yeah, going on. Yeah, exactly. That's because I've been waking up late. So yeah, I just keep waking up earlier. I gotta keep waking up earlier, man. Yeah, the videos released late don't do as well. I noticed. So that's the problem I have today. I think I'll have a notification come back at, let's see, in 2 hours. All right. YouTube wants to load. So then at that point, I'm like, should I release the video then or just wait till the morning? I'll probably just wait till the morning for this one, because it's not, this is a very good topic, and I think it's going to be a pretty good video, but it's not exactly time sensitive. So it's probably better to wait for that one for the morning.
Yeah, so hold on. Somebody asked me a question. Quick question for Toy Banners. What's your thoughts on the possibility of Green Go Buster getting adapted to Beast Morphers? I don't know. I'd have to, I guess, look into that a little bit more because I thought the Green Go Buster was not an official one. I thought that was actually from.
I'm gonna get some more tea real quick while you answer that.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Yeah, Carano. Yeah, it definitely comes across as a malicious act because I mean, Hero was obviously within fair use, so there's no reason for that. All right, somebody's got a question. My question is, what are your thoughts on the recent cancellation of Fox Marvel series, The Gifted, after 2 short seasons? I mean, that's what happens with these shows, right? If they fail to catch interest, they're going to get canceled. I didn't see that show, so I wouldn't know. If I were able to see it, then I could probably kind of speculate as to why it might have been canceled. But I will say this: I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of these shows that are getting a final season or their ratings are in the absolute toilet. I think you could kind of look at the content within those seasons and kind of draw your own conclusion from that as to why. I mean, in my opinion, I think it's, and I've said this before, I think it's because a lot of these shows, instead of telling a good story, have become more about pushing an agenda, and it's become that transparent. You know, I mean, look at the Batwoman trailer, and I have to say no more. You know, I mean, that tells you all you need to know of the direction of where a lot of these shows are going. So,
what the heck?
It's from the V Cinema. No footage. Oh, okay. Let's see. So the Green Frog Sword was super dope. I'm gonna have to watch it. I didn't watch any of the V Cinema, so.
Corona. Actually, I'm getting a haircut on Tuesday, bro. And I'm thinking of going back to my old haircut just for like the last time in my life before I get too old. My old punk haircut where it was spiky as shit. We'll see though.
Okay, Burley Power Maximum says maybe ask chat to make sure Senpai uploads the stream to watch Cody hang the noose on almost all his prior arguments.
I would love to see
I didn't
that.
talk much. Okay, I mean, we're gonna have to look into that and see.
It just sounds
He's already
funny.
got it up. It might be fun to just check it out real quick and do a running commentary on it.
And then there's one more question. Is my tea Earl Grey? I don't even know if it's technically tea. I think it is. It's a yerba mate. Is that tea?
Yerba mate? I don't know. I don't drink tea, man. I'm not a tea drinker. I'm a coffee drinker, man. I don't do that tea stuff.
I don't really. Yeah, I drink mostly coffee too. I had coffee already though. I'm trying to sleep, so that's why I didn't get the coffee. Yeah, I went with this instead, and it works pretty well though. Yerba mate, I like it more than like normal tea. I don't know. It gives me more of a kick. Like not quite coffee, not quite coffee.
Well, hey, cafe is what it's called in Spanish, so you're not wrong. Cafe.
Oh, there we go. That's some good
cafe.
shit.
Oh, we're getting a tug raid.
No way.
Tug raid. Here we go. Yeah, because Tug was he was streaming earlier. So
hey.
So somebody asked me, you forgot to answer my question. Oh, Pua. I don't know much about Pua, Terrell. I know that he was my age when he passed away. He's pretty young, so it's a shame. It's a shame that a guy that young has passed from this world. I don't know that they've given any details as to what happened to him, how he died. I did watch Ninja Storm. I didn't like it as a season, but it had some moments that I did like. So, but as far as Pua goes, like I said, I never got a chance to meet him. It's just too bad because I would have liked to have met him. But it is what it is. It's just a shame that a guy that young has passed. In case you don't know what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about Pua.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, I was smiling. I don't know what you're talking about. I was smiling because I saw something funny on Twitter. Definitely not smiling about. I don't even know what you're talking about until you said passed away, and now I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Pua Magasiva. He was the Red Ranger in Power Rangers Ninja Storm. He died recently.
Oh man. Well, rest in peace.
Yeah. Apparently they don't know how. I mean, he was found dead. They haven't explained what the cause was, or it hasn't been made public yet. So.
Oh wow. When was this?
So this was like a week or two ago, maybe.
What's his name?
I believe Pua Magasiva. Yeah, Red Ninja Storm Ranger.
Later,
yeah, he passed away. But the circumstances for his passing have not been released. So I assume that they're going to be doing. He lives in New Zealand, so I assume they're going to do an investigation. Then they'll release that information, or they might not. Maybe it might be one of those things that if he passed due to illicit reasons, some just send some pics to Twitter. Okay, I'll check him out later. Yeah, but okay, bro. So this cat Perfection, man. You hear about what happened with him?
Yeah. That's
what happened? What happened? What happened to that dude? He just,
that's what happens when you put family friendly on videos that are definitely not family friendly. you can't do that shit on YouTube, man.
See, I didn't really follow a lot of what was going on with him. I know a lot of people had problems with the way he was covering everything, and speaking out against stuff. I had heard about him apparently doxing somebody's kids or something like that, but I know that a lot of people had a problem with the way he was covering the whole, kick Vic, I stand with Vic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I did happen to catch him on Rekida's stream where he was talking about like which honestly, there was a lot of things he said that were similar to some of the things that Cody said. Not that I'm putting him in the same camp, not doing that, but I'm just saying that he was saying like some of the similar things, like, about he didn't like the way, certain YouTubers were covering stuff. And I guess he was trying to hold himself to a higher standard over you guys on how he was covering it, as opposed to,
I don't know. I think it's very simple. I think there's just some people who think the best way to grow their, I would say business, but these people always claim that they don't care about it as a business. So I don't even know what to say then. To grow their brand, I guess we'll go with that. It seems like they like to go after people that have a, more cred, so to speak, and then hope that they respond, and then that drives traffic to them.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that kind of trips me out about it, right? These people that talk about their integrity as opposed to everyone else's, how they use this measuring stick of integrity, that it's like, okay, but you're trying to put yourself on a pedestal compared to, say, you or Senpai or somebody else. That's what they're doing. But yet the practices, the stuff that they put into practice is not dissimilar at all. I mean, you would think, especially, and that's one of the good things I like that Nick pointed out when he was talking to Perfection, when he was like,
did you see that whole show?
I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw most of it.
Did you see when Nick sprung the DM on him? Because that was the best part.
Oh no, I missed that part. You got to tell me, man.
Oh my god, I even left a timestamp on this here. Before I forget, let me find the stream and all.
You want me to share screen? Do you want to do?
That might be actually hilarious to rewatch that part. This is here. Let's just rewatch that part, not the full thing, just like the first minute when Nick springs this on him. It's the funniest thing, dude.
Okay, so how do I put share screen for you? How do I make it so you can share screen?
Oh, I'm just gonna send it to you.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Let me find it though. It should show my comment because I made a comment, so it should be right at the top, I think, for me.
All right.
With the timestamp on there.
All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna send it over Discord, I guess, because I already pulled up there. Let's see.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and share screen. So for those of you that didn't see before, I guess we can all point and laugh together.
So there's the timestamp, and then here's the video. So skip to 54 minutes and 18 seconds.
All right.
Oh, what just happened? Oh, did your stream just crash? Oh, what the heck? Yo, something just happened. I don't even know. Am I still live with him or what? Yo, chat, what just happened?
Hold on, hello.
Oh, you're here.
You hear me?
Yeah, the whole thing just crashed or something, man.
That's weird. I don't know. I'm having some connection issues.
Oh, dang. All right, let's see then.
All right, hold on.
Maybe I'll just screen share then.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me send it again.
Yeah, here, I got you.
Go ahead. All right, you can do it. Go ahead.
All right, hold up. This is literally the funniest thing because the stream was going for like an hour and Nick was pretty, calm. He was pretty calm the whole part, but like it was so perfect how it went for like an hour where he was calm and then this. So let me see. This is probably the favorite. I don't know. It's probably the best thing I've seen all week. Even this was last week.
Okay, can't hear it on there.
Oh yeah, you can't hear it.
Hold on.
Hold up, if you can't hear it, yeah. Wait a second. Dang it, I forgot because there's no audio when you screen share. Oh, I guess you have to see it then. Yeah, you have to pull it up.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it up real quick so I can. Could you link it in our chat, in our personal chat here?
Oh yeah.
And I'll.
There you go. Chat, I can't wait till he sees this shit. It's so funny.
All right, let's see. Because I'm pretty sure everybody else probably saw it. I didn't see it though. So let's see. What's up, Bowsette? Thanks for joining the chat.
Yo, Bowsette.
All right. What minute was it at?
54. 54. Just go to like 54:15.
54:15. Okay.
Yeah. And let me know when you watch, and I'll just play it on my side too.
54:15. Okay, so here he goes. He's bringing it up now.
Okay. Wait, you're not screen sharing though, are you?
Hold on, I'm getting to it. Let's see.
Oh wait, you don't need to screen share. Just so the viewers see it.
Okay, so let me screen share then real quick.
Yeah.
So we can. I don't think they'll be able to hear it when I screen share though.
Oh dang, why is this so scuffed? It's so difficult.
Yeah, it's always something, man.
Yeah,
it's always something. Hold on, let me take that out. Screen share. All right, so is this sharing the screen here? There we go.
I don't know.
Right. I think it is. Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's no audio, man. Well,
Okay,
I mean, you hear it though.
Yeah, he's saying.
Here you go. Watch. I'll be quiet.
There's no way to avoid it looking like that. So, but I do have a question about something I want to screen share with you.
Yeah.
There's a weird conversation that was sent to me. I'm just repeating what Nick is saying. So, this is you. I was saying. He's like, I assume Lord Perfection is you, and he's like, let me see. That's what Perfection said. He's like, let me see.
Yeah.
He's quiet. There's silence. Nick just asks, is Lord Perfection you on Discord? And it's silence. There's just silence. There's just this awkward silence.
It's really awkward for a few minutes, so probably just cut it about then.
He goes, yes, I do have an account called Lord Perfection. And then Nick is asking, well, did somebody hack it? And again, silence. Nothing. He's not saying anything.
So
now he said, yeah, this is me. He goes, there's a curious line in there. That's what Nick said. Okay, that's what Perfection says. You want to... Nick is asking him, you don't want to take a guess at what line is pretty weird? No. Nick is asking him, have we ever talked in person, face-to-face before this? He's like, you could answer that question right now. So you spoke a little bit to me before the stream. He's like, and Nick is asking him, but before today, we've never talked, right? Perfection says no. No, we've never had an extended dialogue, Perfection says. Nick is being a lawyer and saying, we've never talked before this, right? And there is awkward silence. And now Perfection's like, oh, yeah, here we go. And Geekdom would suffer a lawsuit. Wow. So he's, oh gosh, he's trying to make it seem.
Yeah, you might want to just end it there because it's going to go on for like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, he's trying to make it seem like he didn't, like he didn't do something.
It's so funny. So freaking Perfection, I guess, said that he like talked to Nick about like how to respond. Dude, what a messed up thing to do. I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, man, flat out lying, bro. It's just like, come on, bro. And then Nick called him on it. Nick was like, when did we talk before then?
Like, how cool does she have to be, right?
I mean, well, why would you say that?
A lawyer of all people? Like,
well, not just that. Why would you say that if, come on, man, exactly. To a lawyer of all people, it's just like, who's going to destroy you on cross? You know what I mean? He's gonna destroy you on cross-examination, bro. Come on. You know, you serious? You gonna claim something like that?
Because it makes Nick look so bad, like giving him bad advice, but he never got the advice. Yeah, it was never even talked about it. So
and that's the thing too. He just destroyed his own credibility by even doing that as well. I mean, not that I'm saying, look, I wasn't following him. I mean, you know a lot more about him than I do.
I do. I don't know. I don't know much about him really. I just know.
I would say you probably do more than me because I wasn't really following any of the stuff that he put out. I know that I know Senpai, I guess Senpai Home probably knows a lot about him because I know he closely followed a lot of stuff that.
Yeah, I really don't follow this drama stuff, to be honest, a lot of the time.
Well, you know what? There's people that would probably beg to differ with you on that. Hey, they would probably say that, you know, you're just trying to get you know, you're just trying to get the clicks, you're just trying to get the views, you're trying to get all that fat ad revenue.
Damn right, I'm trying to get that fat ad revenue. Hell yeah. What the hell? Of course.
Yeah, you know, it's ridiculous, man. You know, it's crazy to me because it's like, while I can see that as being a case for some people, and here's the other thing too. Even if that were the case, right? Even if there were people just making videos through that, so what?
What was that?
Even if there was people that was their only intention with it was just to make ad revenue off of it or whatever, it's just like, so what? It's like, who cares?
Well, yeah, just to clarify, that's not my only intention, but
no, I don't think it is, bro. Your channel was around before any of that. Your channel was around covering anime before that. You know, that's just something that happened within the anime community that you're just like, all right, well, this is happening within the space of what I cover anyways. So, you know, and anybody that were to try to say, oh, Hero Hei is just doing this because it's drama, this and that, but you know, your channel's been around long before then. You've been covering anime. That's the whole premise.
When I say I don't really involve the drama, I'm talking about like the YouTuber drama. That shit's boring and weird. A lot of YouTubers are weird. That's just how it is. Yeah, it is. I mean, one of my personal things is like, if a YouTuber doesn't also stream, I'm gonna instantly be a little bit more suspicious of them. not that streaming is good, but I noticed there is like, I don't know. Sometimes you like, if they also stream, kind of gives you a bit more like perspective sometimes.
Well, the good thing about streaming is that it gives you a chance to interact with the audience, and they can kind of it's a form of transparency, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
With people, because then they could see more behind just whatever character it is that they think you are on YouTube, right? You know, like the way people portray. That's why, like, I don't take things too seriously when it comes to, I guess.
I should probably just clarify, though. I'm not saying YouTubers that don't stream are like sketchy. I'm just saying it's one of the factors. There's many factors I look into for, you know, a YouTuber's credibility. That's just one of many things. It's just a little.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and that's fine. And the thing is, to me, like, I've never, like, there's been people, like, I'll give you an example. This is something that when I first started making, I don't know if you've probably never seen it, but a lot of my subscribership and even people in this chat, a lot of the way they found my channel was because of my documentary series on the history of Super Sentai and Power Rangers.
Oh, right.
Now, prior to me even doing that, like right when I was just starting doing it, there was people that there was somebody left some nasty comments on one of the videos I made. I don't know if it's still up there. I mean, I don't care. I don't care what people comment. But somebody was saying, like, somebody basically was saying, "Oh, you're just copying off of Linkara." I never even knew who Linkara was, bro. I never even knew who Linkara was. It wasn't till after the fact that I found out. Okay, he makes Power Rangers videos too, I guess. You know, he makes. But it's funny because I was just like, I'm not doing what he's doing though. What I'm doing is completely different from what he's doing. He's doing like reviews of entire seasons. I'm not doing that. I'm doing a documentary series based on the, you know, the history, the origins of the show, and just kind of like I'm using fact-based stuff in my videos. Whereas
how is that anything like Linkara?
Exactly, it's completely different. But that's the thing.
It's funny you bring him up though, because his freaking intro has been stuck in my mind. Because I ended up on his channel last week. I ended up on his channel last week by accident, or I don't know if it was by accident. I think it. No, yeah, it kind of was, because someone sent me something Mars Girl did of some like voice acting thing that they were doing, and then it like recommended me Linkara, and I clicked it, and then I have, his voice is stuck in my mind now. They're like, "Hello and welcome." No, wait, what does he say? You know what he says? He's like,
he says, he says something like, "Welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where
Oh
comics
yeah,
burn."
yeah,
Or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
We're bad
Hello,
comics
and
burn.
welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. Or like,
you need to put. I think you need to put a little bit more like nasal. A
yeah,
little bit
yeah.
more nasal. You got to sound a little bit more
The
nasally.
headphones make it sound different.
But yeah, there's people that have asked me too that have just like, would I ever do a video with him? And in the past, I would have said, sure. I mean, but at the same time, it's just like, but I'm not going to go out and seek like a, collaboration with him. Honestly, I don't think that given recent events, regarding like, some of the people I've had on my channel, I doubt he would ever want to work with me on anything.
Oh,
anyways.
dude,
So
I don't think he would. I would assume not. And then just to clear, dude, a few people were talking about the streaming thing. No, like I said, guys, don't take that the wrong way. It's one factor out of like a whole bunch of different factors. Also, Ditto, what's up, bro? Good to see you.
Yeah, I mean, we're just having fun in here. And that's the thing. Like, I don't begrudge.
I mean, there's plenty of people that stream. I mean, Perfection streams and
yeah. Well, not anymore.
Plenty, yeah,
anymore.
Plenty of people that stream also do shady things. So don't get me wrong on that. I'm just saying in general, or not even in general, just it's one factor you can kind of look at when you're, trying to see how things go, trying to see if they're authentic or if it's just, some personality. Which if some people also just make a personality for their videos, that's fine too, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and just to clarify, Galaxy.
That's how they present it. It all comes down to how they present it, really. Like if their thing is like this personality, I'm going to put on this persona, and they present it that way, that's fine, But it's when they don't present it that way that I don't know, things just get kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah. And just to expand on that, hold on, let me answer this question real quick. Galaxy Red, just to clarify, it's not that Linkara himself got upset. I've never, I've seen Linkara at 2 different conventions. Like we've never interacted. I've never interacted with him personally because, like I said, we're kind of both within this space. We're kind of both within the Power Ranger space. He's also in the comic book space, but we're also kind of within the Power Rangers, / Tokusatsu community. I've never personally interacted with him. I have nothing against him. He himself was not the person that was upset. I guess it was one of his fans that had commented on one of my videos that was upset because I guess they felt that I was copying him. Although if you watch my series as opposed to his, they're completely different things. Like his thing is more of an introspective, just kind of review of an entire season, where again, mine's is broken down into parts where I just kind of talk about more of the production that went into the shows. I talk more about like fact-based stuff regarding the shows. So, like I said, but given who I associate with, I don't think he would ever collaborate with me. And not that I care, honestly. It is what it is. And I don't care. Like I said, I'll take my friends over a collaboration like that any day of the week, twice on Sunday. So yeah, but getting back to,
you're not trying to hurt, you're not trying to ruin your goodwill, your good name by doing a stream with.
Yeah. I mean, but even then it's just like, look, there was people that were upset when I got, there was somebody on Twitter that tweeted at me that they were upset because I was having Flash and Tug on that stream with Ruben. They were just
some people are saying Tug rate again right now. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Thank you all for joining. Appreciate you all joining. Thanks for hanging out.
Yes. Welcome.
But no, I was saying that, even there was a guy that was tweeting at me. He was upset. He was upset because I had and said he was unsubbing because I was having Tug and that Umbrella guy. And I didn't, I didn't go at him like wrong. I was just like, all right, well, sorry that you, I didn't apologize because there's nothing to apologize for, but I was more like, kind of like, well, I guess, that's the way you feel. I appreciate you. I said, I appreciate you. I appreciate your past support because he said he was unsubbing. Well, I said, well, I appreciate your past support and just take care. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, because I told him, you're well within your right to do that because honestly, look, if they're going to judge, because here's the thing I've been on YouTube long enough to know that if people are going to look at stuff like that on the surface, there's not going to be any changing their mind. Once they've decided, oh, well, you associate with so-and-so and with so-and-so, so you know what, you must be just as bad as them and blah, 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 blah. So I'm done with you. Okay, well, there's nothing that I'm going to be able to say to change your mind on that because you've already made your judgment.
So they commented that or what? Like it was in the comments on the stream or live chat?
No, it was on a tweet. Somebody tweeted at me that they were just kind of like, oh, you know, this is, and he was like linking me stuff. Oh, this is the kind of stuff your buddy Tug says to people. And bro, no, what he linked to me.
Oh shit! It just crashed again. I think the stream. I think it'll come back in a minute, guys. If you can hear me, I don't know. I don't know if you can. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
it lagged again.
It's lag spikes. I don't know what's going on. It's a little bit. The weather's a little bit kind of funky over here.
I think it's okay now, though. I think.
Yeah. No. Which part did you hear before it cut out?
I don't know. I was trying to tell the stream that it should probably come right back. I don't know if they could hear me, guys. When it lags, can you hear me? Or no? Am I gone too? When it lags like that?
Apparently, they hear you.
Okay, good. So yeah, if that happens, I'll just be like, I think he'll be right back.
They said the boomer virus is highly contagious.
Right, dude. Tug raids us, then the stream freaking lags. And shit.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm kidding, Tug. And
what's up?
Tug. It's good to see you guys.
The DJD show. What's up? Thank you all for joining the stream. Thank you. Appreciate you guys coming on. Edgy Bobby, what's up? Savage Demon, what's up? So no, I was saying that No. This guy tweeted at me, and then he like linked, oh, this is all the bad stuff your buddy Tug does, and he basically linked a blog post to me that had screen caps of all the people that basically harassed Tug or were harassing Tug on like a daily basis. I'm like, well, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this is what he's using at his argument to try to show, you know, Tug in a bad light. I'm like, these people are, at least in my view, are even worse. I'm like, or even then,
yeah, it doesn't even make sense. Why would he use that? Like, I mean, I can't imagine there's anything he could use, but especially, I mean,
but it's fine. But it just goes to show the way people are willing to rationalize certain things, I guess, right? All right, so these people are like messing with him, and they're saying really vile things about him and to him, but that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay in your mind. You've rationalized it in your mind that, oh, well, it's okay, but Tug's actually the problem. It doesn't matter that these people said these horrible and nasty things to him or are doing horrible and nasty things to him. You know, it just matters that, you know, I think that he's bad, you know, and it's just like okay.
That's weird, man. Internet is a weird place. Internet is a weird place.
It is, man. And it's just, it blows my mind, man. And it's just like, just all that stuff. It's crazy to me. It's just like with all the things that we see that have been going on with that whole situation. And another thing too, bro, I don't think you've ever heard me ever say like, I don't think I've ever said it publicly here on the channel at all ever, but people always, now they associate me, especially because of the Ruben stream. Now they associate me, at least, you know, the ones that were watching associate me now with I stand with Vic, and I'm just like, I never said that. I'm just like, I stand, if anything, I stand with the truth, whatever that might be, whether it's
I thought you were going to go with the alt-right route and be like, now right? People associate me with the alt-right.
Bro, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not, my channel's not big enough for them to do that yet. So
I bet. I mean, I can almost guarantee you probably there was a post. I mean, I wouldn't say that. Yeah. When you had Ruben and Flash and I on, there were people on like Reset Air and Pool like complaining about that. Probably says some stuff about alt-right or something. Who knows? But yeah, you
go ahead.
You don't stand with Vic though, or what?
Well, my thing is this, man. I stand with the truth more than anything. As far if that means that I stand with Vic, then okay, then I guess I do. You know what I mean?
I think that's a lot of us.
Until he's proven guilty. But even then, like I said, whatever the truth is, look, if the truth comes out that he's not the person that he appears to be, if there's actual legitimate evidence, then of course, look, throw the book at him. You know what I mean? Let whatever needs to take its course. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then at least we'd actually see evidence of that instead of just this nonsense, this madness that's been going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not about like, and the thing is, look, I would give anybody that fair shake too, despite what their side is and what their view is. And that's the thing that drives me crazy about, like these people that have been the most vocal of, you know, detractors, right, in the whole situation. It's just like, you know, look.
Wait, what happened? Tug's stream just went poof midway.
What happened?
Like, that's weird. That's a troublesome message.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
You think, well, if it's, you think it might be, I hope it's not like a YouTube thing, because you see that this stream, I mean, I don't think, I'm looking at my connection speed, it's not bad. I mean, the weather's a little funky, but
no, I was just worried maybe he got flagged or something, but I don't No, he hasn't DM'd me or anything, so I think it's okay. That just worried me for a second though when I saw that. Yeah, like what the heck? But I think it's
well,
okay.
I remember when Tug was like when his channel got hit. I don't know if you remember that if you're subscribed to him then, but his channel got hit where his channel was down. He couldn't stream for 3 months, man.
I wasn't subscribed to him like right when that happened, but I was subscribed to him like that last month of it. I think is when the Vic stuff started, and that's when we got to know each other. So I remember, when he had that first stream back, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been subscribed to Tug since mid last year, around the time. It was either mid last year is when I subscribed to him. I was subscribed to the person I'd been subscribed to for a while before that was Micah Curtis. Like,
cool.
Regarding the Comic Gate stuff. So a lot of the Comic Gate stuff I followed because of him and because of diversity in comics. And then not long after that, I found Flash's channel and Tug's channel. Oh, somebody sent the super chat. Sorry to be random. Is there any news on Dragon Ball Super resuming production? And thank you for the $4.99, Nelson Moreno. Maybe you know about that. Do you have any ideas about Dragon Ball Super?
That's all you, man. I don't know anything about that one. That's all you.
But we need Emish for that. Emish is the one that's up to date with all the Dragon Ball stuff.
All I know is they were continuing Heroes right now. But yeah, I'm not really in the loop with the Dragon Ball Super resuming or not, unfortunately. But I wish I knew more about that one.
Yeah, we need to get Emish on for that stuff. But no, I started following those guys probably middle of last year, both Tug and Flash. Last year, and I remember when Flash's channel got hit, it sucked, man. He was down for like 3 months that he couldn't.
Flash too,
or not Flash?
Tug, yeah.
Tug was. Flash made a secondary channel just in case, if I remember right. He had made that. He started uploading more on the other channel in case, because his original channel was Yellow Flash Inc., which is now just Yellow Flash.
Comics review and whatnot,
he was just doing that was his main channel. But then, like, when he started, for whatever reason, his backup channel, it outgrew his main channel, his Yellow Flash 2 channel, which is, so he's just like, now that's become his main channel. So I followed him all through that, man. It sucked, man. Tug got hit because of a copyright claim on one of his videos.
Yeah, I know there was some bullshit. It was
BS.
Shenanigans.
It was fair. Yes, there was definitely some, but at the time, I don't think he around that time particularly, I'm not sure. He probably wasn't. I'm not sure if he knew Nick as well as he knows him now. So I think, he just kind of had to eat it, and he was doing live streams and stuff on his. He was using his other channel to do live streams, his backup channel, but he had to take like donations through Streamlabs and stuff like that. So then he finally got it back up.
Yeah, all that stuff is a mess, man. YouTube needs to change that DMCA system for sure. It's so easy to abuse. It's ridiculous.
Oh, dude. Yeah, extremely easy to abuse. I've been a victim of the DMCA systems too. Luckily, I've been able to fight all the false claims against videos, and I've been fortunate, man. But like last year, I had an issue with the Saban's Power Rangers channel, man, because they were trying to claim one of my videos on like no grounds. I'm like, there's you guys can't claim this video. It's just like,
there needs to be repercussions for them or something, man. Like, either they need to protect the creator more, or they need to step up the repercussions on the people that just abuse the system, or both would also be nice.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man, because it's dumb, dude. It happens way too often. Happens way too often. And the thing is, not just that, what's worse is when you have people that are other creators that are basically, they know it. They know it. They know that it could be abused, and they try to get people to flag videos. That's even worse to me, because it's just like, come on, man. You know what it's like. How are you going to sit here and put people on the spot like that? You know what I mean? When you know that this is something that you can be a victim of as well, why would you? You know what I mean? That's kind of like that was the only time, like when Flash, perfect example, right? We have, and that's the thing. And look, I got nothing against Mars Girl personally either, but that's one thing that I tweeted to her about. Like, I was just like, hey, look, this ain't the right way to do it. It's just like, this is a system that's already abused enough. You know what I mean? And you're basically asking for people to flag this person's video. It's what boils down to really just a disagreement on what's in the video. Despite you could feel that it's untrue, and in that tweet that I put out, I said, listen, if you feel that what he's saying in his video is incorrect, why don't you send him information proving otherwise? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you contact him directly and, you know, speak to him about it instead of just, because here's the thing, it's very disingenuous for anybody to say, I suggest you do this, right? I suggest you flag this video. You have a big enough base where you know that people see that, right? They say, I suggest you do this. They don't take it as that. They're going to look at that and say, well, so-and-so is saying for me to flag this video, so I'm just going to go flag this video.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's disingenuous to try to make it look otherwise, like, oh, I'm just making a suggestion. No, you have enough of a following.
Yeah,
you know
that's an interesting topic there. Like, if you're saying I suggest you to do this, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Well, especially when you know that you have a big following, because you have to know when you've been a content creator long enough to know, you know, I'm not saying that, and that's not me saying, just so that Chad understands, that's not me saying that people have to be 100% responsible for what their followers do, because there's no way for me or Hero or anybody else that has been a content creator for a long time to control that. And honestly,
that's what we have to clarify exactly. Because like if we, as you're saying, sorry, but yeah, it's definitely important, because if we make a video about, for example, the Be There hashtag is a good one, because this was very relative to my channel. So I made the video on the Be There hashtag. I didn't tell anyone to do anything in that video to the hashtag or anything. Yeah. I just made a video about it. And then a lot of people started going to the hashtag on Twitter and like posting like Be There in court and just like funny shit like that. And so some of the kick people were like, Hero Hei told his people to start. I'm like, no, dude, go watch that video. I never said anything like that. So yeah, there is definitely a distinction. Like, you can't be held responsible when you don't actually incite the call to action in any sort of way.
Well, the thing is too, is I think people take things too seriously in regards to that. I thought, because here's the thing, come on, hashtag Be There in court is kind of funny. I mean, you gotta be able to laugh at certain stuff. I know that people might, funny, yeah. Right? I mean, there's things. Look, don't get me wrong. I mean, look, I understand where people want to take things seriously, but sometimes you got to find the humor and stuff too. It's just like, to me, you got to kind of laugh that one off. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like that's kind of funny. But like, as a person that has, I mean, I have a pretty
right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There we go.
You know, I have a pretty solid fan base of people, but I'm not going to like, you know, I know that there's also people that follow me that might take things that I say like literal, or think that I'm trying to say something, right? So I'm always very careful. I'm not going to sit there and put something out there like, oh, I suggest you guys do this, that, or the other, because I know there's some people that are just going to take that. You know, I know well enough to know that there's things that I'm not going to be like, hey, look, guys, I suggest you do something like this, because I know that's going to influence people.
Yeah.
You know, just like with you, I'm sure there's people that you have that, of course, they're diehard fans, and they're just going to take things that you say and, oh, he must literally want me to do this, that, or the other, when that's not, you know what I mean? It's not what you're trying to do.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think that stuff's messed up. I think it's also messed up for people to use their communities like that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. And that's why, like, I'm always very careful with things that I say on videos. I mean, look, I give my opinions as my own, of course, always, but I'm not gonna have like a call to action where, you know, I tell people to do a certain thing. Like when I was looking at the whole like anime mastery thing, right? When they retained Ty Beard, and I made that video. In that video, I was saying that, look, you know, people have, as a person who's a small business owner, I think everybody has the right to vote with their dollars, like how they want to spend their money. That's totally well within your right. What's not well within your right to do, though, is interfere in somebody's business, you know what I mean, or their potential business, you know. And I gave an example of a friend of mine who owns a video game store, like basically, and I've seen this happen before. He's had people come into his video game store, right, with like a box full of games. You know, of course, he either gives them store credit or he gives them, you know, money.
Right.
Their games. And he's kicked people. So a customer will come in with their stuff, and there'll be other customers in the store. And I've seen this happen before, where the other customer will come in and they'll be like, hey, I'll give you this amount of money for that. And he's
no way.
And he's kicked them out. He's like, you get out and don't.
Yeah, that's bullshit. What the hell? Don't go to his store and try to like buy the games from people that are going to sell to him.
Exactly.
Oh, hell no. Yeah.
And the thing is, and I've explained that to the people. It's like, well, what's wrong with that? I said, well, because it's pretty simple. I was like, my friend is the one that's paying for that store. That's his place of business. Somebody else over here, just because they're in the store, they don't have the right to do business in his store. You know what I mean? They're not paying
Yeah.
his rent. They're not paying his
His
power.
lights, his power, air conditioning, all that shit.
Yeah, they have the right to buy their games. And my friend has said this before. He's like, look, I don't care if they're out in the parking lot and they want to make a deal in the parking lot, but I don't take that crap. He's like, if they're inside my store that I'm paying for, that's my place of business, and they come and interfere with it, I'm kicking them out. I ban them. He goes, I don't let them back. He goes, because that's disrespectful. He's like, not only that, it's just like they don't have a right to do it. This is my business. You know, they're interfering with my business, and I take that personally. He's like, because it's my business.
Yeah, and this is like I'm assuming he owns like one shop, or it's not
he
like
owns one shop.
I mean, especially those kind of things, man. I feel like you really should support those kind of shops, like more mom and pop kind of places, or or it's like it's like a person or a group of people that are like really putting their heart and soul into it. Like that's the kind of thing that you definitely should support over like some corporation or something, hypothetically. So like I don't know, when you're doing that kind of stuff, it's really scummy. For example, there's a certain little restaurant I love to go to just because the food's good and they're nice, but it's not like the best. But it's a little mom and pop place, and everyone's nice there, and I love to give them my business.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just like it's always better. That's the other thing too. That's what they, especially when they're independently owned small businesses like that, they're already like, especially if that's all they got going for them. It's just to have somebody come in and feel that they have the right to interfere in that is ridiculous. It's like, no, you don't have that right. That's the thing. I don't understand. Like these people online, right? They keep trying to interfere with potential business prospects and contracts. It's just like, look, you can publicly say what you do or don't like about that business and why you will no longer support it with your money. That's fine. Nobody's telling you that you don't have the right to express that. But again, that's a whole nother ball of wax when you're actively trying to interfere with somebody's business and their income, the way they're making their money. It's just like what's funny is if you did that to them, they'd be crying foul, Yeah. They'd be crying foul. It's like, what are you doing? My money. And it's just like, but you had no problem interfering with somebody else and how they make their money.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
very messed up.
Well, case in point, we're seeing it right now with Mark Waid versus diversity in comics.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Waid, who should know better. Have you followed that situation?
Yeah, so he allegedly like interfering with publications with Antarctic.
Yeah,
that's pretty much went down. Yeah.
Yeah, what happened was that Meyer had he had a contract with Antarctic Press to print Jawbreakers, and Mark Waid called them up and was like, hey, basically like saying, you guys shouldn't do this because of the backlash you'll receive and stuff like that. And now he's in court, and there's a pretty good chance that Richard Meyer is going to win that case pretty handedly. So
I wish I was following that from the start, but I wasn't involved with like CG.
Oh, I've been following.
I found out about that really late. Like I only found about that like 2 months ago, that case.
Yeah, I
remember a lot to catch up on, especially because those two lawyers have like almost the same, or like it was like Mark and Mark or something, right? Or,
Mark Waid and Mark Zaid.
Yeah. That shit alone made it confusing for me to catch up on. I'm like, wait, am I reading the right thing? Like, okay, it's just coincidence, I guess.
I know it's funny.
Is that all it was? Just coincidence?
It's almost comical, I guess. I don't know. Supposedly that Mark Zaid guy is supposed to be some kind of like, he's supposed to be some kind of like big shot lawyer, but for a guy that's supposed to be some kind of big shot lawyer, I don't think he's representing Mark Waid all that well. That's just my opinion. I mean,
and did they switch though? I forget. Is he still a lawyer or no?
I don't think he's the lead counsel on it. I don't think he's the lead counsel, but he's part of Mark Waid's team.
Okay.
He's part of his team for sure, and he definitely is acting. He says a lot of dumb stuff too, man. It's just like it surprises me that.
Dude, I can't hear that. Mark Zaid and Mark Waid.
Mark Zaid, yeah, it's Zaid, The Adventures of Zaid and Waid, bro.
It's definitely comical.
Oh yeah, Carano. Just to answer your question, yeah, I do speak Spanish. That was actually my first language.
Ooh, oh yeah, I knew that actually.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, man.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm Hispanic, Latino, whatever you want to refer to me as. That's fine. But bro, all that entire situation, it's a screwy situation. To to me, it's all fascinating that all this is happening back to back. I remember. Do you remember the quartering situation? Were you on top of that when that first happened or no?
No, what is it called?
The quartering.
Oh, the quartering. Yeah. With the punching and all that.
Yeah, like that happened last year. I remember I watched the video like right after he was assaulted because he actually he deleted it almost maybe like within a couple days, maybe a week after he had gotten assaulted. He uploaded a video to his channel right after he had gotten assaulted, and he was like, man, I think I'm just gonna go home. I didn't come out here for all this stuff, bro. And
oh shit.
And the crazy thing is that it was one of those situations where it looked like the guy was going to get away with it for a while, but because of Ethan Van Sciver helping him with the money, to bring the money, you saw how that ended. He got a settlement with the guy. The guy kind of had to eat crow, and the crazy
so who
thing
is that fool? Was he just like some random dude, or what?
Well, the guy,
Matt Loader.
Matt Loader. Yeah, what happened was that Matt Loader, he's like some kind of a board game designer, but he also owns like his own business. He's like typical run of the mill, punch a Nazi, type of person. Male ally, that kind of guy. What happened was that Jeremy was at Gen Con last year. He was outside of Gen Con. He was at a bar. He was hanging out with some of his fans. When what happened was, this is according to Jeremy's account, the guy came up behind him and asked him if he was Jeremy Hambley. And then Jeremy was just like, yeah, hey, what's up? And he like stuck his hand out to shake his hand because he thought it was another fan.
Yeah.
And he said that the guy grabbed him, Matt Loader grabbed him basically like this and started like, punching him in the back of the head. What the fuck? Yeah, man, just straight up started assaulting him, and Jeremy like broke free, ran inside because he didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
And he tried to call the police. The bar would not call the police. Like he was telling them to call the police. They wanted to have none of it. And the guy, Matt Loader, apparently even either kicked or punched the bar window and broke it, but then he was out of there. And Jeremy, in the video that he made, that he uploaded maybe like an hour or two after that happened, he described the guy. And bro, in less than like 24 hours, by the next morning, people online had already found out who he was.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just with the few descriptions that Jeremy gave in that video. They said, he said he's in this colored tank top. He looks like this, and this, and people already had his name, dude. And, he filed the police report and stuff like that, but he wasn't sure if anything was going to happen. But then once the whole lawsuit thing got rolling, once he had gotten, the funds and stuff, he moved on with it, bro. And look, the guy ended up settling, and the guy had to also make that apology video.
Yeah, it was great, man.
So,
what that's such a scummy thing to do. Like, entirely, everything about that is just scummy as shit. And then the fact that he like sucker punched him basically just makes it worse. Like, it's bad enough to assault him, but fucking like sucker punch him basically, like go to him when he's chilling at a bar, and then like hit him like behind. Like, dude, that's just such bullshit.
Yeah, man, it's cowardly, man. And the thing is, there's people, of course, Jeremy's detractors were like, oh, he's a coward for not fighting back. And it's just like,
I disagree.
When you don't know what's happening, I mean, how are you expected to fight back?
And we don't know if Jeremy knows how to fight. I mean,
yeah, well, he
like, it's silly. It's silly to get into a like. What do you say?
Well, he doesn't. He doesn't apparently.
He willingly admits that too, right?
Yeah, he willingly.
Yeah. Why would he fight if he doesn't know how to fight? All it is going to do is make it worse, and maybe he'll hurt his hand or something. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. If anyone tries that shit with me at a convention, I will rip their arm off and probably choke them with it. But I don't think I have to worry about that because I mostly stream at conventions, and you'd have to really be dumb to do that on camera, especially.
Bro, you don't need to worry about that anyways, bro. You're going to be rolling deep, bro, especially at Anime Matsuri.
At Matsuri, yeah, but I don't know.
You're going to be rolling deep,
about
at
Anime Expo, though. I don't know about that. That's the one I'm wondering. Right in the heart of LA. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, bro. Especially, I don't know, man, with all the controversy you've caused lately, they could be like, there's that Hero Hei. Get him.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm definitely not worried about Matsuri, though. Yeah.
There's that Vic stand. That Vic stand Hero Hei. He's the one that protects the harassers of women. Get him.
That Vic stand, the Vic liquors, like they say the weirdest shit, dude.
Yeah, bro. That is, bro. Speaking of which, bro, what belt are you in BJJ?
Blue.
Blue.
With one stripe, yeah. Where is that thing?
With one stripe.
I was close to purple. My defense was pretty much purple belt level. I just had to work on my offense, but then I had to take time off for personal reasons. And then I ended up, I didn't have the stripe. I was just a blue. And then when he did promotions, I just got the stripe instead of purple. And I definitely know I would have got a purple if I would have stuck with it for sure. But it is what it is. I'm actually going to start training again soon. I just need to find a new academy because mine closed down.
You should, man. Like I trained martial arts back in the day when I was a kid. I trained Taekwondo, but and I learned how to wrestle and grapple a little bit. And my brother's best friend taught me how to box a little bit. But so I mean, I would probably be able to handle myself all right in a scenario. But one thing I've always wanted to learn though is BJJ, man. That's one thing.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's you get your ass kicked a lot. I mean, you pretty much always get your ass kicked even when you're a black belt. But that's part of why it's good, because it's like when you're fighting people and getting your ass kicked and getting some wins here and there, like you're doing that in the gym and it makes you like not want to get in a fight on the street at all. It's like I don't have to prove anything to this guy. Like I'm out here fighting real people that actually train and shit. Like what do I have to prove to this random dude on the street who doesn't know how to fight? Yes, I could probably destroy them, but there's no reason to. It humbles you in a way.
Yeah, well, that's the biggest tenet of martial arts, man, is that it's used for self-defense. It's not used for you to start fights. I mean, although I will say that, I mean, BJJ and wrestling are probably the best things for a street fighting scenario. Should you ever be combat, because you can really control
if it's 1v1 at least.
Yeah, because bro, like everybody, dude, I knew about 3 guys on the wrestling team. 3 guys on the wrestling team, bro, and there was people that I saw maybe 2 of them actually in legit fights, bro. And one of them got into a fight with this guy that had been studying karate since he was like 7 years old, bro. And he whipped his ass. He just grabbed him, and it's just like
the jiu-jitsu guy did.
No, the wrestling guy.
Oh, it was wrestling. Yeah, my bad.
He destroyed, bro. This cat that that people knew he knew karate, bro. He whipped his.
Yeah.
Bro, he whipped his.
There's a saying. Hold up. I always forget the exact saying. Let's see. 1 second.
Hero Hei about to drop some wisdom.
Yeah, it's a good one. Here it is. I have the quote, but who said the quote again? Oh, Henzo Gracie. Yeah. The ground is my ocean. I'm the shark, and most people don't even know how to swim. Yeah,
it's true, man. It's true because Joe Rogan one time said that if you know any kind of martial arts, you're already 80% more prepared for a situation, a fighting situation than like anybody else. I mean, with BJJ, I would even say the percentage probably increases because of that.
Oh, for sure. No, it's way different. Yeah. On the ground, you just don't know. You don't know how to move properly if you haven't trained jujitsu. The hip movements and shit. You just don't know what to do. That's why it takes so damn long, dude. It takes like 8 to 10 years to get a black belt. If you train average. Yeah, of course you can lower that if you train harder. For example, BJ Penn, I think, got his in like, what was it, 2 to 4 years? Let's see.
Yeah, something ridiculous. Well, that's why they call him a prodigy.
Yeah, he was training. Well, yeah, he was a prodigy, and he was also training, I think, like almost all day, every day. Like he just committed to it.
Yeah. Well, bro, he was like I think he was one of the first, if not the first guy to go to Worlds as a non-Brazilian and win, right?
I really don't remember. Maybe though.
For his weight class, but Mike Walters asked, Hero Hei, he's asking if you're going to Ronin Expo.
What's that again? Is that what is Ronin Expo?
I have no idea.
I'll have to look it up really quick. But yeah, BJ Penn, 3 years, 4 months to get a black belt. And that's like as quick as it goes. I don't think anyone's got one quicker than his. That's a legit black belt at least.
Yeah, but you could tell his was legit, dude, from the way he fought. He was so great on the ground. Sakaki Ansai, Hero Hei don't need to worry about AX. He's got a crazy key-wielding Oregonian who will be around. So you got
Sakaki Ansai is in chat. What's up, dude? Hey, dude, you came in clutch out of nowhere with that one. I didn't even know you were here.
Oh, Joe Lugo, that's
Ronin Expo. Yeah, I was looking at this. I think this is in LA. Wait, where's the about? I was talking to someone about this. I just forget who it was.
It might have been Mike Walters.
Oh, I think it probably was then. Yeah, Little Tokyo.
Mike Walters is the one that's asking about it. So
when is that? Where's the date? Let's see.
He says it's June 8th.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going to that because it's just too close to Matsuri, June 8th. I'll just have too much going on right there, I think, because I want to have a whole grip of videos done ahead of time so I can schedule them all throughout that time. I'll be at Matsuri.
Nice, nice. Lucian asks, has anything been said about Vic specifically, or is this just general weeb chat? It's just kind of general. I mean, we could talk about anything really. I mean, there's nothing off the table for me to discuss. That's one thing I've made perfectly clear with these chats, even stuff that would be, I guess, a little bit more controversial. And it's not a thing of me trying to talk about controversial things. It's just like, I'm just not afraid to talk about anything. It just,
I mean,
this is where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what Ty Shenron. Let me see your DM really quick. We can maybe talk about that right now together. That'd be fun. Let's see. I mean, you kind of already sent the information about what that's about, but I might as well just check the DM too. I really don't check my Instagram DMs like ever. I'm sorry. I forget there's a function on that for DMing people a lot of the time. Geez, yeah, it must have been a while ago.
Yeah. See,
wait, I didn't even get it actually.
Charizard Ranger is asking, Hero Hey, what are your thoughts on Detective Pikachu?
I think it looks like trash, man. I don't know. I know some people are liking it now. Even some of my friends think it looks good, but I think it still looks dumb as shit. But
I don't. Yeah, to me, like video game movies, like I don't trust them. Those are ones that I'll wait till they're like on a streaming service to watch, because I'm not going to go and pay to watch those and be disappointed.
Yeah. So can I bug you about video editing? Was part of the DM. I really don't do a lot of editing, as you probably know, but I do a little bit. And I just use HitFilm Express. It's a free software, and it does the zooms and cuts, which is pretty much the only editing I do for the most part. I did one fancy edit on a video from like 2 weeks ago where I had like the image following along with, it was like funny from like Ruby meme or something. But yeah, that's fancy as I get. And then the other question was, do you have any tips on people my age getting into martial arts? I mean, I don't know your age, dog, first of all, but you look like a pretty young dude. So I would say,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Probably just start training, honestly. You just got to decide, what you want to do. Striking or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or wrestling or judo. Those are the best things, in my opinion, are wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, judo, Muay Thai, and boxing. And rarely will you still find a good Shotokan karate place if it's full contact. But even then, you might as well just do like boxing or kickboxing or Muay Thai. So I would say any of those really would be pretty good.
I would say the younger you get started in martial arts, the better, because then you can develop that muscle memory and all that stuff. It just comes better to second nature the younger you start. So let me see. Mike Walters. Oh, yeah, he's saying, Hero, hey, I was just seeing if you were going to be there, so I might try to meet you. He's talking about Ronin Expo.
Yeah, man. I just it's just not enough time right before Matsuri. Yeah, I gotta do like a week amount of videos, like 2 weeks amount of videos in 1 week, basically. And that's going to be that week that Ronin Expo is going on. So
yeah, let's see. The Steelers, KC, Google asks, are you saying we should debate about anime waifu? Maybe later. Maybe later we'll do that. Maybe more towards the end.
We'll do that on another show, probably. Because we only got a little bit longer here. Yeah,
let's see. With Beast Morphers filming season 2. Wait. I don't know what they're going to adapt next, Charizard Ranger. He's asking me, I guess, it's surprising that you did not know about Ronin Expo, considering it's one of the conventions Ruben Langdon is scheduled to be at. Well, I don't know all of Ruben's. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, me and Ruben talk. We talk often. We talk pretty frequently. But I don't know like every show that he's going to be at. Like I don't know his schedule like that. Like he actually, he was at another friend's place, a friend in Hawaii. He went to his place recently to go hang out, and I didn't know he was going to be there. So it's not like Ruben's not beholden.
You guys don't talk every second of the day and text each other.
We talk pretty frequently, but no, we don't talk every second.
Not texting, every second.
We're not texting each other talking about about every little thing, but we talk pretty frequently. Like he's actually a guy that is he's a good friend, and we do keep in touch on a fairly consistent basis, and whenever we do talk for a while. Okay, so $4.99 from Suzaku says, Hero, if Hollywood decided to make a live action of Perfect Blue and cast Brie Larson or some woke actress as Miwa, how would you feel?
I don't know what Perfect Blue is, to be honest, but I'm assuming it's an anime. Let me just double check that really quick. You know what it is?
Older anime.
Oh yeah, I would. Well, I'm not familiar with this anime, to be quite honest, but I don't need to have an opinion on that. And my opinion on that would be hell no. Hell no. That would be horrible. That would be horrible. That would mean friggin' anime is continuing to get infiltrated, man. I know it's kind of funny. It's kind of memey when I put it that way, like infiltrated, but I mean, that's how it feels in a way.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, man. It's just like, and especially, man, she's so like, man, she's like, gosh.
Oh no, the thing's lagging again. Okay, guys, it'll come back in probably like 10 seconds or less. I'm just gonna. There we go.
Hear me? All right,
we're back.
Back. All right, yeah, it's I don't know. It's lag spiking a lot. It's all good. Don't worry, y'all. It's probably just a half hour more, and then we'll call the stream. But she's as an actress, she's like, oh geez, man. She's one of those people. She's her own worst enemy, man.
Mm-hmm.
That she's her own worst enemy with the stuff that she says out there publicly. She doesn't do herself any favors in terms of endearing herself to the public. So
some woke actresses, Miwa. Oh god, yeah, no more woke, dude. That stuff got to go. That stuff got to go, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be done with that.
It's scary.
Dude, yeah, hopefully, man. I'm trying to see if I can make it out to AM.
Oh, you're still considering it?
I'm trying to see, man. It just depends on how funds look and things like that, because it's, if I do, it'll be pretty tight. So I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if I can make it out there. If I can make it out there, that's the other thing too. You guys, you'll be rolling deep. Don't worry, Hero. I got your back, bro.
Oh, thank you, bro.
You'll be rolling deep. You and Tug, you guys will be rolling deep. You don't need to worry about people trying to get up on and.
No, we'll be fine for sure. AM is going to be.
Oh yeah, you're in friendly territory, anyways. I sincerely doubt anybody's gonna try to cause any kind of issue while you guys are there. That'd be dumb.
It would be extremely dumb. They would just get hurt and then arrested, and they wouldn't succeed. It would be just like that Arnold video, except not as cool. It would be maybe like a tenth as cool as that, but that's still pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. But why would you pay to go somewhere, right? You'd be financially supporting them just to go and protest. That's dumb.
Yeah. Dude, I'm curious if there is going to be any of those like boycott anime Matsuri people out there. I don't even think there might be like one dude with a sign or something like really sad, Yeah.
It's just like, we don't want Vic here. How much did you pay again? Well, I paid $50 for my pass. Well, guess what?
They didn't even pay anything though. They're just outside. Yeah.
There might be. That's the thing. They might be able to do. If they do, they'd be outside, but nobody's going to pay attention to them. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. It's just like there might be all of maybe like 6 of them out there.
Yeah, protesting. Exactly. And that would be a stretch probably. We'll see though.
It's ridiculous, man. It's just like that's the way. But here's the thing: the way you boycott something is by not supporting it with your money. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't even need to go out there and hold up signs and sweat in the Texas heat. Just don't go to it. That's it. Vote with your dollars.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. When you've already chosen to do that, you've essentially already boycotted something by never supporting it financially ever again. So, yeah. Oh, so Sakaki Ansai said, "Ooh, a big blue whale might show up."
About the protesting shit. Dude, imagine? She would leave after 5 minutes out there, standing there in the heat, probably.
Well, it might be good for her. She might lose some weight. Right?
Oh God.
Might lose some of that water weight. Sweating it out.
Oh yeah, that Batwoman, dude. That shit looks whack too.
Oh my God.
You see the trailer?
Yeah, I saw it, man. I was just like, I wasn't surprised though. I wasn't surprised when I saw it. I was like, yeah, this is kind of what I would have expected. Because that's something I was talking about earlier. It's just like these shows, and I think it was when you got up earlier, I was saying that's kind of the problem with these shows, is that they're no longer about like a good story, and it reflects in their ratings. They're worried more about pushing an agenda over just having a good story with good characters,
mm-hmm.
and it reflects in their ratings. That's why this is Arrow's last season. Not surprising. I mean, it's kind of at a point where
I'm really out of the loop on all that. Yeah, tell me.
It's kind of at a point where it needs to come to an end anyways, because there's not much more you could do in the show. But the ratings have been steadily declining since probably like season 3 or season 4. It's been on a decline. And it's funny because they started to add more like of the, the whole woke kind of story angle.
So it wasn't like that at all, right? the series?
It wasn't
really?
like initially, because the
Initially?
thing is, initially before Arrow just had a lot of, at least from what I call it, Arrow just had like some good, just like what you could see it as good, comic book stories. And then towards, I want to say maybe I don't know if it was the fourth season or fifth, they started to add just, that started to creep in there. You know what I mean? Some of these political
around like the fourth or fifth season, you said?
Around probably like the fourth or fifth season, they started to
on now.
I think it's on the sixth. I think it's just the sixth.
So pretty recent.
Kind of. Yeah, they started adding the whole they started to kind of easing in the hot button, issues. Mm-hmm. They started to kind of squeeze those into the stories, and it's just like, you don't need to do this. You know what I mean? You could just tell a good story. Like, nobody cares about this stuff. And they started doing it with Flash, and I think Supergirl got that way a long time ago, and it's it's just bad, man. Flash, same thing. Flash is just, the last two seasons of the Flash have been horrible. Like, I thought the last season was bad. This one is even worse. I'm like, oh my god, it's so bad.
It was because it was so woke, or what, or everything.
Not even so much with Flash. It was a combination of the two things. It started to get a little bit more woke, but it just was really bad writing that didn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. One of the things of the last season was his wife in the show. She goes from being a reporter to being the team leader, and it's just and it's not the issue that she's the team leader and because she's a woman or anything like that. It's more of it doesn't really make sense to the story, because it's just okay, how does she go from being a reporter to being tech savvy, that she could hack into satellites and
conveniently.
You know what I mean? She all of a sudden she has all this technical and strategic knowledge that
cashed in her woke points and leveled up.
that she hasn't been formally trained in. Somehow she's fit to coordinate, strategies for the team. It doesn't make sense. It just story wise, it doesn't make any sense, because she didn't show any kind of that kind of inclination earlier on in the series. It would have been different if they would have shown her to be maybe some kind of master hacker, right? Mm-hmm. Then I could probably buy what she's doing, but it doesn't make any sense. She's just able to do these things. It's just okay, just stuff like that. And it just went on from there, man. Just bad writing there.
I feel so bad for people that like comics. The more I hear about how the whole industry has been getting ruined, I'm like, man, I feel bad for those comic fans, because I like comics, but I've never bought one or read a full comic. I think maybe I've read a full comic rarely a long time ago, but don't get me wrong though, I do like the lore and shit. I wasn't big into superheroes when I was younger, which is funny. Obviously I am now, hence the YouTube name and all that. But I really started liking superheroes later in life, and so I went back to a lot of various Marvel and DC heroes, and even some from more independent studios and whatnot, and just read up on their powers and the different books and that sort of thing to kind of fill myself in with it, post-crisis, pre-crisis, all that shit, whole nine yards. And it's sad for people that really like that stuff, that it's been getting they're just taken for a ride now, and it's just being used as a vehicle for these rhetorics to be shoved in there,
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just it's not to say that politics. Here's the thing. There's people that'll say, well, comic books, they started off as, in politics, because they were political propaganda and stuff like that. There's truth in that, but here's the thing. Over time, though, writers, it's not that politics can't be a part of a story. Nobody's saying that. What it is that nobody wants politics to be the story. That's where people take umbrage, because it's just if you want to, there's ways that you could make politics be a part of the story. That's fine, as long as it's not, you're not beating somebody over the head with it, and you're doing it in a way that makes sense to the story. Mm-hmm. But when you're making it the story, and you're doing it in a way that's preaching to somebody, and that's something that I remember. Diversity in Comics, he said in a video.
I don't know if I agree, but yeah, continue.
No, but Diversity in Comics, he had put it. The best way he put it was like this. He's I don't want to read a comic book where I feel like I'm being preached to and being told that I'm wrong. That I'm made to feel like I'm wrong about something when I haven't done anything. So what I mean is, politics can be part of the story. I'm not saying towards any particular inclination if it makes sense towards a plot. As long as the overarching thing is not, the story is politics. You get what I'm saying?
I do, but you make sense. The only problem I have with that though is if you start getting in a weird gray area where it's like if it's not the central theme of the story and it's still there, it could just start feeling like propaganda. You know what I mean?
Sure, but that's
the
what
only
I'm saying.
problem I have with that part.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I don't think it should be the story. Like if it's just a mechanic of the story to progress the story along, I don't mind that. Or if there's a subtle message, I don't even really mind that either, because people are going to do that regardless. Because there's ways to
I definitely mind the subtle message stuff because it feels like propaganda to me. Where you have like the whole story and then like they'll subtly put like some political message in there. That's shady.
For me, if it's done like it as a metaphor, right? Like I didn't have a problem with the way I don't know if you ever seen like Justice League: A New Frontier. It was interesting because it was that whole story is basically a metaphor for communism. You know, the whole thing that they're fighting against in there, the creature that they fight in that is basically a metaphor for communism, and I didn't have a problem with that because it's just like it's basically, you know, speak against the evils of it. Now, granted, but it was done in a way that to me wasn't tasteless. Of course, do I prefer stories that don't have anything like that at all? Sure, but to me, that's not so bad because it's not really beating you over the head with it.
Was that a comic or what? Yeah, was it a show?
Justice League, A New Frontier was a story first, and then they made it into an animated movie. If you watch it, you'll see. To me,
yeah, and then I'll know more about what we're talking about for that one. Yeah, I'll give it a watch at some point.
That to me is a way of doing it in a way that's not, you know, it's done more in a subtle way, in a way that's because they do it with a metaphor. So to me, it's just like, okay, that's fine. Although again, it's not that I'm saying that I want to consume that every time I read a story, that it has to be about communism or capitalism or socialism or anything. It's just like, but to me, that's kind of an example of where it's not shoving it down your throat. It's a little bit more subtle, you know, and you might not catch it the first time around. Then you realize, oh, okay, he's using this as a metaphor for communism. And
yeah, I mean, I guess where's the distinction between like real world politics being put into entertainment in general, but let's stick with on comics because we don't divert too much. So I'll just go with that. Like, where is the distinction between politics being put in comics and, for example, like a comic talking I guess put it like this: if a comic has a theme of like the characters having to deal with like governmental issues in the comic, but it's not translating to real world issues being put in comic. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between, for example, like Ultraviolet, and I don't even know if that's a good example because I don't know much about Ultraviolet, but like she fought some government shit in there. That's all I remember. So I'm just using that as an example. So like, there's a difference between just having the character fight like a corrupt government in a comic or something, and then bringing like subtle hints towards real world political issues like immigration and shit like that. For example, in the Endgame, which I haven't seen, but I heard there was, you know, a little bit of woke stuff with that.
Well, that's the thing. It's okay if you're doing certain things like to parallel, but at the same time, as long as you're not pointing the finger at somebody, because that's the thing. There is comics that the way they are, like the way they present everything is like, okay, they will literally like point out like the whole evil white racist men, right? They'll literally point that out in the comic books as what they're fighting against, right?
Yeah, so that's pretty whack.
But that's what I'm saying. That's an example. That's a pure example of like, you know, them kind of pointing at you while you're reading it and saying like, you're bad because of this, you're privileged because of this. And it's like, no, you know what I mean? You don't, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Whereas like somebody's pointing out, like they're talking about Gundam and how Gundam kind of is a good example of how, you know, there's politics in it, but it's not like, again, it's not
exactly. They're not using it to try to, I guess the best way to put it, like combining what you said and kind of adding my own flavor to it too. It's like they're not using they're not using that Gundam or whatever it is. They're not using that as a vehicle to like try to convert people to their political ideals. They're simply using the politics in there to further the story, and
that's what I'm saying. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with when it's if it's a part of the story that progresses the story along, I don't have a problem with it. Now, when it becomes the story, then I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm not feeling this. I don't. You know, I'm reading this for enjoyment, not to be preached to. You know what I mean? Not to feel bad about myself. You know, or the intent of the author, I feel, is to try to make me feel bad because I don't share their belief.
Right.
because that's the problem with a lot of those comics that are written by all these, you know, all these woke people. They do that. So it just it's a big turnoff, man, and that's why the industry is suffering so much. That's why I'm excited about seeing all these like Tug and all these people do their own thing, write their own stories. Dude, Mike, you know, Micah Curtis is doing his own comic book too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I told him, I said, bro, let me know when it's out there, man, because I'm gonna plug the heck out of it, man.
Hell yeah, yeah, it should be awesome.
You know, and look, Ethan's made close to $1 million, if not over $1 million at this point, just on the one comic book he's doing. You know, same thing with Richard Meyer. Richard Meyer's up there too, man, making all that money.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, there's a big renaissance going on right now because people are tired of it, and I think it's gonna, at some point in time, it's gonna extend across to all the other things that we like. You know, anime, gaming, all that stuff. You know, it's scary to think. Like, did you hear about the one? I think you covered this news, didn't you? The guy from yeah, I think you did cover this news. You were about the one guy, the one creator that was talking about one of the anime series getting more woke. Was it Sword Art or one of those? I think you broke the news.
What was that about? I remember Sword Art being. I remember covering something like that where Sword Art was briefly mentioned, but it wasn't about Sword Art, I don't think.
It was one of the animes that somebody from some anime company was saying that they needed, that they're gonna try to get more like woke in anime, and it's just like, no, you don't need to.
Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, let me see really quick. I'm looking at my channel. Yeah, it must have been the video on. Let's see. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was this one girl on Twitter who was like calling the Pokemon artist out. It was how can't find that video. I don't remember when I made that. It was like a week ago, I thought. Maybe it was longer.
Yeah, somebody's saying it was.
Oh, I found it.
The writer of Sword Art Online.
I think it was this one. I think it was where this Japanese Pokemon artist wanted to, like, said that more anime companies should take notes from like Marvel and Disney, and they need to be more woke.
Oh,
I think it was that one. But yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's not going to do anybody any favors, man. Nobody
she got called out by another Japanese lady. Straight up called her out on it. She's like, "We want to see." I forget what she said exactly. It was like, "We want to see anime titties, not your woke bullshit." It was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious, man. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like nobody wants it. The thing is, the average person really doesn't want any of that stuff. And a lot of it, sometimes it's because, look, it's sometimes it's because there's people that just, there's still a good portion of people that they just don't follow politics, right? And a lot of them also, there's a lot of them that just, they don't care about politics. So you're trying to talk to them about something that they have absolutely zero interest in for no other reason than that you want to basically proselytize to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to convert them over to your side or whatever the hell.
Yeah, and they don't want that. They're just like, look, I don't care about politics. I just want to watch my show. Well, this, that, or the other, and you should feel this way. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah. Guess I'm not going to buy that one again, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, and it's fine, man. It's fine if like that's totally fine. Like if it was an SAO one like that BPM, I don't think I covered that story. SAO person saying they'll emphasize stronger female character roles months ago. Oh, the one from I didn't cover that one. That was from like January. I know what you're talking about though. Yeah.
Maybe I should cover that one now. Maybe that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Favorite that.
Yeah, I guess that's another one right there. Oh, Mike Walters is saying the recent controversy with SAO alization was over the RAPE scene in the show.
I haven't seen that part yet. I'm still catching up to allegation. I'm on like episode 6 out of 25 or so.
Okay, so I guess that was another controversy, and that's another thing too, right? Like with things like that, like people think that they get offended over stuff like that too. Now I'm seeing like, oh, you know, there's too much of this and that in these animes. I saw somebody get like really upset over, I think it might have been SAO where they got upset over the fact that there was a RAPE scene in one of the episodes, and they were saying like, there was no excuse for it. And I'm just thinking like, well, context matters. I mean, what does it mean to the story? I mean, not that I'm saying that, look, nobody's saying that that's anything anybody should enjoy, but what's the context of that scene? Is it part of the story? Is it there to kind of drive a point home that, you know, this really dramatic thing happens to this character and this character is, you know, overcoming it, you know, overcoming this adversity for it? Like, what's the context? I mean, or you're just upset that it's there? You know, what's the context behind it? Because the thing is, I can understand when things are just kind of there for shock value, and when something is there to move along the story. And I think it's very important for people to make the distinction of why it's there.
And also, why is that not okay and other things are? Because I haven't caught up to that part in Allegation where the R scene happens either. But I have seen season 2 where Sinone's family gets like murdered in front of her, and then she has to shoot the assailant and kills him, and she gets PTSD from it. So why would that be okay, but the R scene wouldn't be okay? You know?
Yeah, that's the other thing that trips me out too, right? Like, how do you determine what one thing is worse than the other, right? Because you would think that a massively violent scene, like, I'll use this as an example because it's kind of current that's going on right now, right? So somebody had brought this up before, and it was the whole and we're going outside of what we're talking about here just a little bit, but it's kind of just to kind of illustrate the point that I'm trying to make here. So like have you heard of the whole James Charles situation?
No.
With, you know, so James Charles, popular, you know, makeup.
Oh, YouTuber. That. Yeah. I have.
Yeah. Like, you know, he lost like 3 million subs in like, I think in the span of a few days or something. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because his situation was, I guess, he kind of, I guess he screwed over one of his friends by endorsing a product that was a direct competitor, or at least that's what started it off, but it was an accumulation of a lot of issues. But I guess that was what initially started with this girl that I guess was his mentor. And then she put him on blast publicly, and then he ended up losing like 3 million subs. I'm sure there's more to the story, but the reason I'm just kind of glossing over it is to do a little bit of a comparison here. So he lost like 3 million subs in the course of a few days or something like that. And I think he might still be over that controversy. Yet on the other hand, there was the Logan Paul situation where he literally showed a dead body in his video and he didn't lose anywhere near close to that amount of subs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have on one hand this little kind of petty drama that's going on between two people, right? There's like, really, it's like, who cares? Yeah. And then you have a guy that actually did something that is like highly unethical and immoral and just like disgusting. And
I'm pretty sure some channels would get terminated for posting that on there.
Yeah, exactly. Like he like went like full blown, right, with what he did.
They just like blurred the face out or something, if I recall.
Dude, and he didn't lose nearly as many subs as like this kid who is, you know, who has made his mistakes too, you know, but essentially it just really has some drama going on with one of his former friends, and he lost like 3 million subs, and you have Logan Paul that did something that what you just said could have gotten him termed from the site, didn't lose nearly as many subs as this kid did over and they're different controversies. You know what I'm saying? It's like the priorities are, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't get where the scale is, where they weigh like this is so bad, but this thing that you think is also really bad really isn't. So like what, like I don't get how they judge that stuff. I really don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I know you don't either. Yeah.
It just like, it boggles my mind what people prioritize in. And that's kind of the point that I'm getting to here with the whole, you know, what people see as what they hold to be more important, what's more controversial than other things. It's just like that blows my mind. It's just like, okay, like that's like, that really pales in comparison, but yet he lost way more than what this guy lost. You know what I mean? Because of it. And it just is like, what am I not seeing here?
It must also be in part to their subscriber base, I imagine. No, don't you think? Like their communities, like the James, right? I guess his community was more volatile to that issue than perhaps Logan's was to that issue. Maybe.
Yeah, probably, or maybe they're not as. I guess they're just not as forgiving as maybe Logan Paul's community, because
right.
But you would think again. You got a guy in Logan Paul that did something that was way more controversial and way, again, you know, just outright disgusting. And what this kid did was really just, this is something dramatic. That's just like not a big deal, not really breaking any kind of laws. It's just, it really boils down to just the drama that he's having with a former friend of his. You know what I mean? And it's like,
I will say, I don't know that story entirely. I read it when it first happened. I know there's been updates since there, so I don't know what the updates are or anything. So, like from the original story though, it's kind of messed up what he did. But I don't know if that was really the case or not because I haven't followed it because I'm not really interested in that. But I'll say like it is messed up though. Not him, just in general. It's messed up if you have a friend who has helped you out a lot and then you end up promoting one of their competitors on your show. That is pretty messed up. I'm not saying he did that because I really don't know. I haven't been following it, but in general, I think that's messed up for someone to do.
Supposedly that was one of the issues. I mean, I'm not saying that was the only issue, but apparently that was it was an accumulation of a bunch of different things. But what it boiled down to, you know, that's one of the things that she had brought up, like as being one of her, grievances with him personally, along some other things. But it's just it's crazy to me. Again, the priorities that people put into stuff in comparison to, you know, so many other horrible things that are happening out there in the world. That's why just like I don't get it, man. I'll never understand the whole, you know, hating because of, well, I don't, this makes me feel this kind of way. You know, it's just like, come on, man. You got to at least have a better reason outside of the fact that just, you know, you feel a certain way about this or you don't. Somebody's saying 1.2 or 1.3 million subs in one day. He lost 1.2 or 1.3 million subs in one day. Jeez. That's insane.
19 million views that day though? What the heck? That's actually pretty nutty.
Somebody is asking me an important question. Do people pay you to capture Decepticons on the run? No, not as of yet. But I guess we'll take a few questions here, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream because we're down to 5. So for any of y'all,
we actually hit the 2 hours almost.
Yes. So for those of y'all that want to ask questions, ask Hero while he's here live. Ask him some questions here in the chat.
Yes.
If you want, get some in here.
And
then we'll close out the stream with that. But
sounds good. Yeah, it was fun, man. I wasn't planning on staying that long because I'm getting tired. Luckily, I'm glad though. I'm glad I'm getting tired already.
No, don't worry, bro. I'll keep you on schedule, man.
Yeah,
I'll keep you on schedule so you get your night, and I'll get your full 8 hours.
Nights and I like mornings. Like I'm a night person and a morning person, but I do notice I like my day is usually more productive if I get up early.
No, I love both. It's the same for me. My day I do a lot more. Ask Hero Hei, you like tacos?
I love tacos, bro. I love Mexican food. You know, we got some pretty good Mexican food in SoCal.
Nice. Okay, Robert Frost. Have you heard of Planet 817 Comics? Wait, hold on. What's this? Have you heard of Planet? Wait. I just lost it. Oh, no, he took it off. Okay. Hero Hei, why don't you wash your hand?
What do you mean? Hand? Like I only have one? That's rude. Corona, you're rude as shit, bro. Get out of here. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Corona.
It's goodbye, Trey. Hey, look, he was washing his hands before he got on stream. Okay,
yeah,
and he used and to be extra clean, he wiped them too.
That's right.
You went above and beyond. Hero, hey, can you speak Spanish with Toy? You know Spanish, Hero?
Poquito. ¿Estás bien?
¿Sabes español, Hero?
That's all I know.
He's like,
that almost sounded legit though. We almost like, if I knew more, we would have had a conversation there. But no, you got. That's all you get.
Don't worry, bro. If I go to Anime Matsuri, bro, I'll teach you some while we're in Texas, man.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Because if I go, if I end up going, I'm gonna rent a car. So I mean, I don't plan on just sticking around in the. I'll probably So yeah, you're down to come with me, bro. We could hit up some eateries around there. Mars Girl. Okay, Cypher Warrior says Mars Girl's arms exist in all universes at once.
Friggin' breaks the space-time dimensional shit.
Let me see. Robert Frost says Planet 817 Comics is making an indie Power Ranger series called The Lost Ranger. You should see the concept art. I'll look into it, man. I'll look into it and see what that's all about. But yeah, as far as the arms existing in more than one dimension, just so y'all know, Yeah, I talked with I think I mentioned that with Micah. I think she briefly came up when Micah was on the stream last, and I don't know. I got nothing really to say about that person. I mean, what's interesting is that we're kind of within the same space too, and as far as the content we create, because she creates like Super Sentai content as well, I believe. But I got the ban hammer, man. I guess as soon as the block botting started, because she used to follow me.
Oh wow! So
she used to follow me, man.
And she blocked you?
Yeah, I got blocked, man. I got blocked. But I hold no ill will, man. Whatever. Here's the thing. Me and her, we had interacted before in the past, like kind of cordially over.
Yeah, we did talk a little bit about that way back.
Yeah. I think I talked to you about it before offline.
Yeah, it had to have been like back in March, I think.
Did we? When I was on the channel? Yeah, me and her interacted kind of casually on Twitter and stuff before. I did meet her and her husband at MagFest. I think it was in 2014 when I went to MagFest. That's when they premiered Fami Kamen Rider. If you got just a couple more minutes, let me just explain.
Oh yeah. I was just checking this out.
I went to the premiere of Fami Kamen Rider. That's where I met her and her husband. I talked to her husband for a little bit. He seemed like a nice enough guy. We talked about Kamen Rider for a little bit, but by no means. There's even a picture of me on my Instagram with me and her husband and another friend of mine.
Oh shit.
So I mean, I got no beef with them, but me and her, we met that one time, but just kind of in passing, and we didn't really talk. She was just kind of like to herself. But I was there for the premiere of the Juwario movie, the Farewell Fami Kamen Rider, and they did a Q&A afterwards. And like I said, we didn't have any kind of negative interaction. I don't even despite what's going on, I don't have a problem with her personally. I mean, I don't agree with what she's doing. I absolutely think what she's doing is not right. I don't agree with it. But don't wish any ill will. Don't wish any ill will to her husband either. But it kind of is what it is. But yeah, when the whole blockbotting started, I was blocked.
So is there really a block bot? There has to be, huh? Because I hear people say it all the time, but I never knew there's like an actual block bot. But it seems like there has to be, yeah, because so many people get blocked by these people. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was a block bot because, like I said, I mean, she was following me. You know what I mean? But I got blocked, I guess, because I follow you and Flash and everyone else. Again, look, I don't hold any ill will. It is what it is. I mean, it's whatever, man. I mean, like I said, it's not like we were good friends or anything like that beforehand. We had just had a few interactions online, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, I just don't agree. I don't agree with what she's doing, but to each their own.
There is a Twitter for said blockbot constantly posting who they blocked. I don't even know about that. What's the Twitter, bro? There's a Twitter. Wait, what? There's a Twitter for said blockbot constantly posting who they block and unblock. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know about that.
I don't know why anybody would want to announce that, but okay. I mean, it is what it is, but I can go ahead.
Look it up now. Yeah, hold up.
Might as well look it up real quick, and then we'll kind of go ahead and close it out.
Yeah. The block bot, dude. This hasn't been active since 2018, though. It can't be that one. Not the block bot. What the fuck? Also, dude, 2016, and then one tweet from 2018. It can't be that one. I can't even find it, even when I'm looking for it, dude. So I don't know.
It is what it is. All right, well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Hero, go ahead and shill all your stuff, man, so that people, for those that have joined in, don't know who.
Hell yes. Thank you guys. If you enjoy, definitely look up Hero Hei on YouTube and also on Twitter, because my Twitter has been getting lit at least recently, and also on Instagram because I posted a nice picture on Sunday. It's a pretty good one. So Hero Hei on all of those would be lit, and of course subscribe to Toy Bounty Hunters too.
Okay, thank you for that, brother.
Yeah.
Are you doing any live streams on your Twitch this week?
Oh yeah. You should probably also follow me on Twitch. That'd be cool if you have a Twitch. Hero Hei, Twitch on there too. Hopefully we get the YouTube thing resolved this week, but who knows? And even if we do, maybe I'll stream some on Twitch too, because it's smart to diversify off YouTube for sure from what the crap I've seen on here.
Yeah, you definitely got to. Let me just answer this question real quick. What are your thoughts on how Ron and Shane are going nuts on Twitter? I mean, look, those guys, they're gonna bury themselves. That's the way I see it. The way I see that this guy Shane is, he's a character. The way I see that guy is, to me, he reminds me of. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. He kind of reminds me of the guy in those movies and TV shows that sides with the person that is gonna be around when the dust clears. And like, I wouldn't be surprised if when it's all said and done and the dust clears, let's say Vic were to win, he would probably try to be like, well, I knew he was innocent. I wouldn't be surprised if he were to flip flop, because
watch him say, yeah, I was just playing devil's advocate or something.
Yeah, I was just playing devil's advocate. You guys fell for it. I was with him the entire time. I even backed his GoFundMe. I was the one that donated, $1,000 or whatever, like,
dude, he could pull that card too, because he did send super chats to Ricada a few times, I remember.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he reminds me of the guy, like, you ever seen those movies or TV shows where there's like a bully at school, and then the new kid shows up at school and beats up the bully, and then like the lackey of the bully becomes
yeah.
He reminds me of that guy. Like, he lies in wait. He's like lying in wait to see who's gonna win, so that he could back him. So he could be like, "Yeah, I was here the entire time, man. I had your back, man. I knew you were."
I mean, yeah, he did say he was like Vic's friend, which we know is false. Yes. We can assume reasonably that that's some BS.
Yeah, it's just like he lifts up his shirt and he's got like a tattoo. See, look, I stand with Vic. I was fighting from day one. You all just didn't know. I was
God.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that's his end game. But who knows? Like, to me, I don't even care. Like, I don't.
It seems like it's going to be a while before this is all said and done too.
Yeah, I think so.
Quite a while.
Yeah, but we'll go ahead and wrap it up with that. Thank you all so much for joining us. As you all heard, just follow Hero Hei on all his social media. He'll probably be streaming again. Hero, I gotta have you back on, bro. It was fun.
Definitely, it was really fun. It flew by. I can't believe it's 6 now, man. Jeez.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So for you, it's what, 9?
It's 9 over here. Yeah. So, but we'll go ahead and wrap it up with that. Thank you guys so much for joining. Of course, I'll announce the next live stream. I'm gonna try to get Senpai on here sometime in the near future. He was on.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he left before you got on, though. He was actually in the chat earlier, so. But we'll see. But yeah, definitely gonna have Hero back on here in the future so we can talk about more stuff. So, thank you guys so much for joining, and be on the lookout for the next live stream. You guys take care of yourselves. Until next time, you know how it goes. The hunt continues.
That's a good